Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. We're back here on Marvel Spider-Man 2. So I need your guys' help with something. Lately I've been really considering on doing another playthrough on a video game. But there have been a couple of choices that I've had in mind where I'm simply am being indecisive about which one to do a playthrough on. There's 3 specific games that I have in mind that I'm trying to figure out which one to play for my next playthrough, but I really can't make up my mind on which one to do first. I'll show you guys the game so you know which one I'm talking about. So the first game that I'm really thinking about doing a playthrough on is Red Dead Redemption 2. The thing with Red Dead Redemption 2 is that because the game is not really linear in some way, shape, or form, I worry that if I were to play specific events throughout the story, it might not be in the exact order that it should be played out. Therefore, if you happen to tune into the playthrough, you guys might end up getting confused as to how things are playing out in the story. Which is why I'm kind of on the fence about whether or not I want to be able to do a playthrough on Red Dead 2. But that's the first out of the 3 games that I have in mind. The second type of game that I'm thinking about doing a playthrough on are the Yakuza games. I have Yakuza 0, Yakuza Kiwami, and Yakuza 6 The Song of Life. For anybody who is curious, these games are still sealed, they're still fully wrapped up, have not been opened at all, especially when you take into account that I bought them like months ago, and I still have never got around to playing any of these games. But lately, I've really been thinking about doing a playthrough on one of the 3 Yakuza titles that I have. But yeah, the Yakuza games are another game that I'm thinking about doing a playthrough on as well. The third game that I've also had in mind, Ghost of Tsushima. A lot of people, myself included, are huge fans of Ghost of Tsushima, and when you take into account that there's most likely a potential sequel to the game that is on its way in the future, I figured, you know what, why don't I try to get some people excited by going back and playing Ghost of Tsushima, but this time do a playthrough on it on YouTube. But those were the games that I've definitely have been thinking about doing my next playthrough on. Unfortunately, because of how indecisive I've been, I haven't been able to come to a decision on which one to do a playthrough on next. Which game would you be interested in seeing me do a playthrough on next? Red Dead Redemption 2, Yakuza, or Ghost of Tsushima? If you guys are interested in seeing me do a playthrough on any of those 3 games, please be sure to let me know. I want to get your feedback on it, especially since I've been very indecisive about which one to play in particular. Dude, for the longest time, I had slept on Red Dead Redemption 2, especially since I heard so many fantastic things about that game, and then I didn't get around to playing it until last year, and let me just tell you guys, I really do regret holding off on playing that game for as long as I did. I'm not kidding when I say that Rockstar managed to raise the bar even higher when it comes to open world game design. From its beautiful open world to its outstanding story and just the overall realism and how you get immersed within the open world, this is something that they were able to pull off back in Grand Theft Auto 4, if I'm gonna keep it all the way 100. I was just so blown away by what I experienced in my first playthrough of Red Dead 2. As far as the Yakuza franchise goes, I've been wanting to play one of those games for the longest time, but I just never got around to it because I was playing other games. But when I picked up the Yakuza Remastered Collection, oh my god, man, those games were so freaking awesome. For anybody who might be curious as to which one in the Remastered Collection that is my favorite, I would have to go with Yakuza 4. The storyline was freaking amazing, especially with the character development of the 4 characters that you would play as throughout the story, but overall, I was so impressed by how high the stakes were as you progressed throughout the campaign and just saw how the story unfolded. A couple of months ago, I had wanted to get a couple more Yakuza titles because I was so impressed by playing through the entire Remastered Collection that I was like, damn dude, I really want to get more of these games. Yakuza 0 in particular was a game that people were raving on so much, so I decided, you know what, I'm gonna get a hold of this game just to see what the hype is about. Some people will even try to make the argument that Yakuza 0 is probably the best one that we have gotten in the franchise yet. I am looking forward to getting my hands on Like a Dragon, The Man Who Erased His Name, and Infinite Wealth. And as far as Ghost of Tsushima goes, dude, that is another game that I had slept on for the longest time. I have seen videos of what the game is like and what its combat was as well, and I'm not gonna lie, it looked pretty damn cool. Honestly, the one thing about that game that really captivated me the most was its open world. Like, believe me when I say, like, Ghost of Tsushima is one of those games where it has a stunning open world that you could just go into and just roam around to your heart's content, especially if you're looking for a game where you just want to like relax and just do whatever it is that you want to do personally. Not only that, but also the storytelling in that game was mint. For me personally, I thought it was mint. Whew. Web swinging in this game is so freaking fun! But I want to know from you guys, which of the 3 games would you like to see me do a playthrough on next? Red Dead Redemption 2, Yakuza, or Ghost of Tsushima? Let me know in the comments down below. I want to know what you guys have to say. But with that being said, I want to thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, you're more than welcome to drop a like on it, and if you enjoy this type of content, you are more than welcome to hit that subscribe button and that bell notification so you can be notified when my newest video has gone live. But until then, thank you all so much for watching. It's been your boy Discreet, and I'll catch you in the next video.